Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Sekar Ayekti with student number E020008. And now I will do some work to finish my project of the science course. And I will finish the 3 diagrams for 5 sentences. And I will do the first sentence. For the first sentence, the sentences are: enduring themselves keep Bob and Sally from entering the marathon. Okay, let's see my result in here. This is a sentence that contains 3 of a noun phrase, inflections, and a verb phrase. And this is a noun phrase sentence contains a verb phrase. So here it must be a verb, and the verb is enduring. And for the noun phrase in here, there's a noun themselves. And then for the inflection, this is a pause. And for the verb phrase, contain 3 of verbs, an imperfect sentence, and a prepositional phrase. And for the verbs are kept, and here a noun phrase. There's a noun phrase. For the noun is Bob, and there is a conjunctions, and the conjunction is and for the second one, a noun is Sally. And then for PP, there is a prepositional from and a noun phrase, that sentence, a verb phrase, and verb, and that noun phrase. And for the verb is entering, and for the noun phrase there are no determiner and noun. For the determiner is a D, and for the noun is marathon. Then for the second one sentence is: Everyone's bursting into the room disrupted the party. Okay, and this is the result. It's a sentence that contains a noun phrase, inflection, and verb phrase. And for the noun phrase in here, there are a determiner and a noun, but the noun here contains of a CP. And for the determiner, there are noun phrase and pause. For the noun phrase, contains a noun that the noun are average, and for the pause is a person of S. And for CP, this is a sentence that contains a verb, and for the verb phrase, it must be contains of verb, and for the verb is bursting, and here there are a PP, and for the PP contains of P prepositional, and the prepositional is into, and a noun phrase there are determiner and noun. For the determiner there is a the, and for the noun is a room. And then for the verb phrase there are verbs and noun phrase. For the verbs is disrupted, and for the noun phrase there are determiners and noun. For the determiner is the, and for the noun is party. And now I will do the 3 diagrams for the third sentence. And the sentence is: the shopper staring at the display was shocked at the prices written on the text. Okay, and this is the result for the last sentence. For this is a sentence that contains a noun phrase, inflections, and verb absolutely. And for a noun phrase there are what is this? Determiner, noun, and restrictive phrase. For the determiner is a the, and for the noun is a shopper. And then for the RP, it's a sentence that contains a verb phrase. For the verbs is staring, and there are a PP And for the P or prepositional, there are at, and for the noun phrase, there are determiner and noun. Determiner and noun. For the determiner is the, and for the noun is display. And for the inflections is a pause. And for the verb phrase in here, there are a verb absolutely, and the verb is was, and this is AP or adjective phrase. And in here there are a or adjective, and the adjective is shocked. And for the PP in here, there are prepositional and a noun phrase. For the prepositional is at, and for the noun phrase there are three. And the three is determiner, noun, and RP. For the determiner, in here is the, for the noun is prices, and for the RP there sentence, and there's a verb phrase. The verb phrase contains verbs and a prepositional phrase or PP. For the verb is written, and for the PP also it must contains of a prepositional, and the prepositional is on. And for noun phrase in here, there's a determiners and noun. For the determiners is the, and for the noun is text. And now I will finish the last sentence for the fourth sentence, and I choose the German language. And this is the result for the first sentence, and the sentence is each globe does Romeo and Juliet castle. So it means in English is I believe that Romeo was kissing a Juliet. So let's see the three diagrams. This is a sentence that contains three, of course, of a noun phrase, inflection, and a verb phrase. For a noun phrase contains a noun, and the noun is each. For the inflection is a past, and for the verb phrase there are verbs and CP. For the verbs is a globe, and for the CP there are C and a sentence here. For the sentence contains a noun phrase, inflection, and a verb phrase like usual. And for the noun phrase in here contain three. There are the first noun as a Romeo and the determiners, and for the second noun is a Juliet. The inflection is past, and for the verb phrase is castle. And here for the determiner is empty, and for the positions of the determiner is in here in the order of C. Okay, that's all my work for the last project in science course, and thanks for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.